Hey there, Soul Shines, it's Michelle here, and today we're going to do a single crochet tutorial. I tried a new setup, so let's hope that that works well and that we can get a great video. I do apologize for children in the background. It's the mom life, you know. I tried to avoid it, but it just is what it is. I hope that you learn what you need to learn from this crochet technique. I will be putting chapters in so that you can kind of skip to, we're going to be doing front loop, single crochets, we're going to do back loop, single crochets. I'm going to teach you about like how to not chain if you're doing a crochet. That's just a little like tidbit into it. I'll probably do a more in-depth tutorial later. And I talk a lot about how to crochet in the round, a single crochet in the round. So we'll put chapters in for those, and let's get started. Today we're going to do the single crochet. We're just going to start with a chain. Now I've chained 10, and let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't know how to chain, check out the video in the iCards, and let's get started. So there's basically two ways to work into the chain to do the single crochet stitch. Oh, and I would like to apologize for my fingernails. I have such a crazy busy week this week that I couldn't even take time to redo them, and I'm just like, you guys get what you get. You're not here for my fingernails, right? You're here for the tutorial. Okay, so when you are going in, you can either go in through the front loop as I showed in the single crochet, or you can turn it around and go in the back loop. And I'm going to work with both of them to show you how. So the first thing we're going to do is decide which stitch we go in. And that's mostly going to be based on the pattern, but in general you'll go into the second stitch. But say you were told to crochet or to single crochet. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The symbol or the abbreviation for single crochet is SC. So when you see SC in a pattern, that means single crochet. So if it says single crochet in the fourth chain from the hook, you would count, and this one here has gotten kind of tight, but it's still there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you would stick your hook into the fourth chain, and that's where you would start. Most of the time when you're doing single crochets, they tell you to single crochet in the second chain from the hook, which means you count this one as 1 and 2, and you stick your hook into that stitch. That's the second stitch, so that's where you stick it in. You're going to go under and then loop it. Okay, so remember, under, loop it, and then when you catch it, you pull it up through. Now you've got 2 loops on your hook. You're going to go towards you, under, and loop it, and we'll do that again. Towards you, so that you make sure that you're going the right way, because you don't want to go this way. You're going to go this way, under, and loop it, and you're going to pull it through both of them. And now you've made your first single crochet. Let's show you again. So if you're told to skip a stitch, then you would skip this one and go to this one. But we're just going to keep going in the next one. So you're going to stick your hook in to that hole. You're going to go under, like under, loop it, pull it up through. So now you've got 2. You're going to go under. Remember, always come towards you so that you're going under this way. Loop it and pull it through. Okay, you're going to go in the next one, and you're just going to keep going underneath, loop it, pull it up through, so you have 2, and then you're going to pull it through. Let's show you that again. always come towards you before you put it in, because we don't, unless your instructions tell you go behind, because sometimes your instructions will say to go behind, but we don't want to do that. Always come toward you, stick it through underneath that loop, and just keep going underneath everything. Pick it up, pull it up through. Remember to keep coming from the front. Go under and behind and pick it up, and you keep going. So I'm going to go a little faster till we get to the end. I started the timer. Just a second. Okay, so now we have there's a one last little thing here. We've got our knot, and we've got our last loops. We'll hook it underneath, just like you would. You're just gonna go in there. You've got your knot right here. Sometimes it comes a little loose. You can just, if it does, just tighten it up there against your hook. Grab it like before, pull it up through, and ta-da! You've done your first row. Now, here's how we count them. Let me pull this a little bit. If you ever feel like you need to stop or pause, you can pull this out a little bit, and then when you tighten it up, you put your hook back down in. So like if I need to take my hook out, other thing I'll do is hook like a safety pin or something around this so that it doesn't pull back, can't pull back through. Sometimes I use bobby pins. Okay, so you're gonna, let's count these. That's what we were doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm just counting these V's. Kind of, it looks a little bit like knitted V's, just the way that the yarn loops. So you're going to count the one where your yarn is coming out of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this one looks funny because you've got the turn, but this is our 9th one, and then we've got our extra chain there as we're turning. If you have 10 chains and you are single crocheting in each one across, then you will end up with 9 single crochets. If you have 20 and you're starting in the second chain, so that one chain is now gone, so you will have 19. If I wanted to have 10 single crochets across as I'm working my project, then I would actually chain 21, because that one chain will end up being like right here. It's kind of called a turning chain, and that's what it acts like in the thing. And it doesn't matter what you're doing, as I showed you in the single or in the chain video, you have to go in the second chain, otherwise you're just not going to actually get a stitch. It's going to make a funky loop. So for the first one, you always have to have a chain. I turn my work and I make a chain, and this is to get me up to the right height. I'm going to stick my needle through both of them this time. Unless I'm told stick it through the front loop, or unless I'm told stick it through the back loops only. I'm going to stick it through both. I'm going to pull up my loop just like I did on the bottom, and go through both of them just like I did on the bottom. And I'm going to stick it through again, pull up, and now I made 2. And I'm going to stick it through again and pull up, and now I made 3. And I'm going to work across till the other side, always remembering to go under both of those, under that V. Like if you just look really closely here, let's kind of look at this. You've got this thing that looks like a loop around the middle of it. So here's where it goes down into the chain. Then you've got this kind of like a band around the stitch, and then you've got this top section. You go right in this little space right here, and that puts you under just those 2 loops. And then you're going to go in again, pick it up, pull it through both just like you did before. Okay, and then you have to me it's obvious that I have one more to do. But I can count because I had 9 single crochets on the bottom. I shouldn't have 9 single crochets on this row. So I don't count this little thing here. That's my chain that goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I need one more, just like I thought. And then I'm going to make sure, this was a little tricky to make sure you get under both of those. And then I'm going to pull. And there we go, we've got 2 rows. Now I think some people, I'm going to turn and chain, I think some people actually skip this one and they chain in here. And if you did that and you worked all the way across, and I'm just going to quickly do that to show you what happens. Okay, so I don't have any more stitches to work on over here. And I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we've got this funky little twisted thing, which isn't actually a stitch. So I don't have enough stitches, which is why, if you want to undo it, you just pull back and be careful as you're getting close to the end. It's trying to split, so I'm going to make it go open big enough to stick my hook back in. Snug it down back around this part. I don't want to snug it down here because that's too tight. Don't want to go up here because that's a little weird shaped. I think the size might stay the same, but it's weird, so I don't do that. I'm going to chew my chain. I'm going to go through both of those. Pick it up, and then I've got my stitch there, and then when I do the stitches, I'll do 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to go back across. Okay, and remember this one's kind of tricky, but make sure you go under both of those and pull up. And then when I count it again, I'll have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I've got this that's my actual turning chain. Okay. Some people, instead of counting the tops, they will actually count the sides, and they'll count where these, it's kind of hard to see with this yarn, but it looks like a little V coming out of the stitch below. So they'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or if they're on the back is where that little bar light thing is, so they'll count the bars. And they have the one that's coming out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this one looks funky because that's the turning chain. So on the back of the stitch, you'll see bars. So when you're turning your work, you'll work into that. If you're working in the round, it will be different, and I'll show you working in the round at the end of the video. So I'm going to undo this and start again so that I can show you how to work into the back loop of a chain. So this time I only did 7 chains. So when I do my turning chain bit, I will actually only be working into 6 chains. I will have 6 single crochets when I'm done. So I'm going to turn my chain over. I'm going to kind of move my yarn. So we have where the yarn's coming out, and that's the first bump. And we can count from here. There's a bump there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's my other bump. So I'm going to go into the second bump, and I'm just going to have that loop on my hook so that when I turn it over, I've got both that V on the other side. I'm going to pull it up just like I did before, go through both like I did before. I'm going to make sure that I go just into that bump, pull it up, do like I did regular single crochets, go through that bump, pull it up, do like I do regular single crochets. And go in here. Now if I count, I will only have 5. Here's my churning chain is over here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because this weird section right here actually has my last loop in it. That's a little awkward. It's probably a bit tighter than some of the rest. But once you've got your loop on there, you'll still have your V on the other side. You'll pull up and go like this, and if this got too loose, you can just tighten that up. And then you can either chain and turn, or you can turn and chain. And in my single crochet video, I actually show you why you would do which based, or why patterns will tell you one or the other, what it looks like and how to fix it. If you are told not to chain one here and you just do in here, you might want to pull this up just a tiny bit and then go in so that that top one's looser. And I will show you why. I'm going to go all the way across. Only do this if your pattern says to, until you're good at single crochets. Then you can decide if it's something you like. But some patterns will tell you not to do a chain. Okay, doing into both of these. And now when I count, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because that one counts as 6. We did it a little tighter so we'd kind of be up on the same level. Just gonna go ahead and chain. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and then because we did it a little looser, it's gonna be easier to go in there. 6, and people do that because they want like it to look different on the edge. Okay, so that's basically how you do it. This one will have the V's at the bottom. So let's really quickly talk about what you would do if you were doing single crochets in the round. There's a couple ways to start. I'm just going to chain a couple. My setup's not great, so my back starts getting hurt. And I'm going to pull through both because I actually want a little circle there at the bottom. I think I'm going to do 4 chains. I'm going to hook it into this one. Okay, somewhere in there I have a little hole. I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to go into the hole. You can work over your tail. And I'm just going to stick it down through the hole, pull the loop up underneath. Now I've got 2, and I kind of, like when I pull it through, I kind of pull it up a little bit so that I'm on the edge of that circle. I pull it, go down, I'm going to go through again. Pull it up, kind of pull it up so my crochet hook is on the edge here. That was 3. Go through again, pull it up. 4. Go through. Pull through both. It's 5. Go down through. Pull through both. That was 6. Now here's where things get interesting. You can count back on your V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you know this is actually the chain. This here is actually the chain 1 that you did before. Depending on your pattern, you might be asked to stick your two join together, and that you're just gonna go pick it up as if you were going to single crochet, but instead of single crocheting, you're gonna pull it through the other so you only have one on. So that's one thing you'll do, and then they'll say, have you chain, and then you stick your hook back through, pull it up, and you do your single crochet right there in the same spot. Usually when you're doing a circle, you'll do 2 in that first stitch, then you'll come to the next V and you'll do 2, and you'll go to the next stitch and you'll do 2. When you want a flat circle, you just keep adding 6 stitches around. So this, in this case, we're going from 6 to 12 stitches around. Going through, pull it up, go through both, go through, pull it up, go through both. Next stitch, go through, pull it up, go through both, pull it up, go through both. And then you should be on your last stitch, go through, pull it up, go through both, pull through, go it up, pull through both. Right here was your chain stitch from before, so this should be your next stitch. But let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I do 7? Did I do 7 stitches around? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Ah, that's funny. I did this wrong. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So what happens is, this is because we hooked our hook, or since we went into the same hook we came out of, it looks like we have this one that we're skipping. But when we actually go in over here and pull it up in, it makes it like snug up around and it looks like it's supposed to. Okay. So that's kind of one way to do the circles. I'm going to come back around and do this. Okay, so I should be back around. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to go in here to my 6th one, and again I'm skipping my chain here. I'm going to go in here. And I'm just going to keep crocheting. And here's where you can put in some kind of stitch marker. Some people use a thing of yarn. I'm going to use this. I've also used bobby pins before.
You know the ones that are by the...
Maybe I should grab a bobby pin instead. Let me grab a bobby pin so I don't have to worry about the needles. Since I knew I had bobby pins right on hand. Okay, I'm just going to slide it through right there and all the way down, and then that's going to help me remember where my first stitch on that round is. Again, I'm going to do 2 in the same stitch. So I'm going to go in, pull up, and this time we're just kind of spiraling. So 2, go in, pull up, go in under the V's, pull up, go through both, go into the next V, pull up, go through both, go back in the same hole, pull up, go through both, and the next one, pull up, go through both, go back in here, go through. Okay, now we've come back around and we've done 2 single crochets in every single one. Okay, so when we count, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and our 12th one is right here. And if you look when we're working, that's actually the next place we're going to stick our hook in. It's right there. So I'm going to take this out for a second. I'm going to do my hook in there, and then I'm going to stick this in here to mark my first stitch. And I'm going to do 2 in here, and then we want to increase each round by 1. So I'm going to just do 1 here. So I'm going to do these little sets of 1, 2, in the same stitch, 1 in the next. 1, 2, 1 in the next. And then you just keep going until you got it as big as you want. You add a stitch and then you just extend these out, or follow your pattern. Okay, so that's how you do that. I'm gonna show you really quickly how you start without doing the chain if you want to just do a spiral the whole way. Hook it together. Again, you can work over your yarn. This time instead of chaining, I'm just gonna straighten the middle, pull it up, and then go through both. Again, I'm not on the thing. Go through, pull it up, go through both. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. And this is 6. Okay. And now when I count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm just gonna go right in there where that is, and it's a little awkward. So sometimes I hook it that way if it looks hard to get in. Pull it up, and I could hook it together and go around, or stick it in, pull it up, and keep going with my single crochets. Mark my stitch. Okay, hopefully that is plenty of information to get you started on your single crochet. And this is different because I'm used to like talking through the whole thing and then finishing, but I actually recorded separately in 2 separate videos, and to see how this works, if I like this setup or not. And so I hope that you learned everything you have ever wanted to learn about single crochets. If not, leave a comment below asking questions, and I will, if it's something I can just answer, I will answer it, or I'll make a tutorial for you. Let's see. I think that's it. I also would love to know, what inspired you to learn how to crochet? And leave that in the comment. As people say, like, share, and subscribe. Remember to let your soul shine through your creations, and I will see you guys next time.